Hi, this is Kari with Kari's Crafts. Today I'm going to show you how to change color in knitting in order to knit a grafghan. This is also sometimes called intarsia. You will find this practice square graph on my blog, kariscraftsonline.com, and it's just 15 stitches wide and 15 rows high, so kind of something small to start out with. You will notice along the side I have drawn in arrows. To knit a grafghan, you will start from the bottom right corner and go right to left on all of your odd numbered rows, and you'll knit those stitches. On the even numbered rows, you'll go left to right and you will purl those stitches. And we're going to go ahead and get started right away on the color changing row, which is row 4. I've already done the first 3 rows. So we will start with 3 stitches of our background, and we'll purl those since we're on row 4. And if you lose track of whether you're on your right side or your wrong side, see these little bumps here, those are the purl bumps, you know you're on an even numbered row. So I did 3 stitches there, I purled them. I'm just going to drop this yarn for the moment. I'm going to pick up my contrast yarn. Now some people do a slip knot, or you can just plain do an overhand knot and tie this on, but I'm just going to leave a long tail, maybe 6-7 inches, and you can weave in the yarn tail later. Once you sew it in, it'll be secure. So we're just going to purl this new color in. Now you'll notice right here there's a huge gap there, and we don't want that. So what we're going to do is the color that we were using, we're going to put it underneath the new yarn, wrap it around so they're twisted, and we're going to pull it a little bit just to take up the slack there so there's not that hole. And I'm just going to hold it with my thumb just to secure it. Leave the yarn tail there, and we will purl with the new color. On this graph we need 9 stitches of the contrast color, and you'll notice that I am not carrying my yarn. I'm using a separate ball of yarn or bobbin for each color change. It just makes it a little neater that way. You just have to make sure that you twist your yarns so you don't have a hole. So I'm going to drop that for a second. I'm going to get our second contrast yarn, and again I'm going to leave a long tail, make a loop, and I will purl into that loop. And again I'm going to twist the yarns by bringing that under and around. I'll tighten it a little bit to take up the slack. I'll just hold that with my thumb until I have it secured, and then purl those last 2 stitches. Okay, so now I'm going to turn, and we'll start row 5, which is an odd number row, which means we knit this one. Okay, so we knit 1, 2, 3. Now sometimes you notice how that stitch kind of loosened up. I'm going to take my yarn tail and just give it a little bit of a tug, and that way it tightens it up. Okay, so now this is going to be hard to show, but I'll show you better on the next row. But we're going to take our yarns and twist them. The yarn tail out of the way. Okay, anyway, I twisted them to lock it in, so that way we don't have another hole, and it'll show better on the purl side. Just know that basically if you just twist them around each other, it'll lock your stitches. The nice thing about doing a square is you don't have to necessarily count these either, so that's kind of nice. I'm going to snug up that stitch with the yarn tail. Okay, now we are going to twist these again, and I'll show you that better on the next row here. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so now you're going to be able to see these color changes a little bit better. So pick up my gray, and I'm going to purl this row. So we purl 1, 2, 3. Okay, so now I'm going to take these and just twist them like that. That showed up a little blurry. It would be nice if it would focus. Okay. So now that those are twisted, I'll hold on to that. And we'll purl the blue here. Almost at the end of the blue. Okay, there's our last blue one. Now, let's see if it'll focus on this one. We're going to take these yarns and just switch them and twist them. Tighten it up a little bit. And we'll do those last 3. And you're just going to continue on this way throughout the whole graph. And if you are going to do a large graphghan, I would suggest using something to hold on to your balls of yarn. Let me get my setup into the frame here. I just roll my yarn into balls, and then I insert a clothespin into the middle here, and then I'm just hooking them right onto this little plastic bin. You can hook it onto whatever. But that way, as you turn your work, you're going to turn the whole bin, and that way it keeps your yarn organized. So anyway, that's what we do, and if you have any questions, please leave a comment. You can find me on Facebook at facebook.com/Kari'sCrafts, and definitely leave me a message or just post something on there, and I will answer any question you have. Hope you enjoyed the video and learned something, and hope to see you soon. Bye.